Hi, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I am back on my recording and got a bit of inspiration today. But the one thing I wanted to talk about is stepping out of your comfort zone, which is what I'm doing now, and what that does for you, and why, honestly, especially in this season right now, it's not advisable to stay in your comfort zone. So basically, my name is Unique. I am a Zimbabwean born living in the UK. I'm diaspora, female. I'm a mother of one, a 14-year-old divorcee. I'm a Christian, and I'm also a aspiring author, writer, fashion designer, as well as an advocate, I think, for diasporan women within the UK, and just really us learning the skills that we need to learn to take back home to our community. I'm Zimbabwean, so my main passion is about honing in our skills and presenting them with excellence. In the time that I've been here in the UK, I've learned quite a lot about how to present products, how to brand, how to market, and how to build an audience. That's what I trained in: marketing, fashion marketing. And so being surrounded by really amazing people. Another thing as well is, for me, this is stuff I've always done in the background. This is knowledge I've gained in the background. This is knowledge I now have for over 21 years. And it's not that I started doing this. I started doing it at home. I was always working from the age of about 16. And now I am 41. So do your maths. I'm at a point where I've been here for 21 years now. So literally, I've spent half my life in Zimbabwe and half my life here. I'm at that pivotal point where now I'm thinking, you know what? I need to make an impact. I need to make a change. I do not want to get to my grave and not have made a difference. So for me, this has looked like stepping out of my comfort zone. I wrote a little something. So it's like the whole thing about what does stepping out of your comfort zone look like. Firstly, I had to understand that staying in my comfort zone was going to be the death of me. Because when you're not growing, you're dying. It's either or. It's either or. When you're not growing, you're dying. It's literally just prepping me for my death. There's a lot of uncomfortable things I've faced in my life which have pushed me. Everything uncomfortable has pushed me to another level. And with this knowledge, I literally have built the businesses I have built. They're not like major successful yet, but they exist. And I've built them on excellence, not perfectionism, because I've learned that whole thing of trying to perfect something is just me looking for another excuse. Like at the moment, while I'm writing my book, I'm trying to make it perfect, but I've realized I am not perfect. And the one thing that people keep asking me is like, how do you do it? How do you do it? Are you not afraid? I am afraid. I am. Literally, even as I'm recording right now, my heart is pumping in my chest. I'm thinking, is my cleavage too low? Am I looking at the camera right? Am I sitting properly? Can they see me? Can they hear me? There's so many things that are going through my mind right now. And even wondering, is this thing actually recording? Are you even going to see it? But I have learned now, when I have an idea, is to just do it afraid. Do it afraid, do it afraid, do it afraid. Do it afraid, and you'll learn along the way, which is what I have done, which is what this whole channel is about. Discovering your uniqueness. You can only discover your uniqueness by doing it afraid. And that's the one thing about fear. Fear looks so humongous and huge and amazing and like something that, oh my God, I'll never overcome it. The truth is, you don't have to overcome fear. The only people that don't fear are psychopaths and toddlers, and I'm neither one of them. And and toddlers learn by, if you tell them not to touch the fire, they want to go touch the fire. Then they learn because they got burnt. Listen, don't do that at home. Don't let your toddlers burn. But the only other people who don't feel fear or remorse are psychopaths. And I'd like to think I'm not one of those. Anyway. back to the subject of fear. So fear for me is something I have learned to embrace. It's not something I need to run away from, because it is part of my instinct sometimes that warns me when there's danger. Sometimes it's false danger and sometimes there's real danger. If I'm in the middle of the road and a car is coming and I don't move, that's the end of me. So I'm learning to embrace fear. We've been told that, you've learned to overcome fear, and people always ask questions, how do you overcome fear? You never do. You never overcome fear. There's always a level of fear you have to keep conquering. There's always a level of a mountain that you have to keep walking over. There's always a level of things that you have to go over. That is part of life. That is what drives us. That's just what pushes us. That is what makes us passionate about something. Fear actually tests your passion. It tests how passionate about this how are you? How purposeful are you? What are your real intentions about this? That is what good fear does. Bad fear just makes you run. Makes you look for excuses. Makes you look for the perfectionist in you. But good fear makes you sit and question. So, with that said, I don't like to make my videos too long. As you can see, they're very impromptu. I don't really plan for them much. When I have a subject, I literally just record and send it over. So I'm learning not to try and perfect everything, because every time I've tried to perfect something, it ends up taking longer than it should. Like how I designed that amazing collection at London Fashion Week 2015 and haven't come out with anything else after that. That was fear. That was fear that I could never top that. And when I really look back at it, I didn't even get any sales from it. But it was fear that I couldn't top that. I was trending for a whole 2-3 days. A whole month after that. I was in newspapers. I was everywhere. Then I graduated. Then I did also a whole thing with Goodwood, and I did so much in that space of 2 years. To the point where I thought I could never top that. So I've sat back and watched friends progress, and I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm doing small clothing runs and I'm doing this. No, darling, it was fear. So now I'm learning to overcome that, but just being real with myself. Like I say, it's not even about overcoming. I'm learning to embrace the fear. Embrace the fear and ask it what it's trying to teach me in that moment. In this moment, it's helping me to break out of my comfort zone because of fear of not wanting to grow stale and die in my comfort zone. Right now, fear is allowing me to step out to show my daughter how things are done, not just to tell her by word of mouth, but to show her how to work with fear. So I say work with your fear. Don't necessarily try and overcome it, because you'll spend years trying to overcome something that is really not that big. So do it afraid. 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 Just do it. Do you. The world is waiting for you. So anyway, on a closing note, like I said, I don't want to make my videos too long. So on a closing note, I've started a group for diasporan women in the UK. You can be from anywhere else. Called Being Unique on Facebook. Facebook. I was going to say face chat on Facebook. And I'd love you to join me, because I'll be putting resources on there on how to start your businesses, how to build your business. I want to build community. I want to build community for us. I want to build community for, excuse me, for us diasporan women that basically don't really have the support that we need, like families. Our families are back home and we're having to send money home, having been told by your aunties and uncles that you need to just